So, this is a test. No one knows I'm doing it, but I'm doing it live mostly to see if I can and to see if it does save it up there like it does with Facebook. But yeah, so this could be the first DrunkAssed after transitioning from FB to YT. Because if I can make it work this way, I won't have to go to Facebook. Because quite frankly, Facebook is just, I mean, I love to be able to see the faces that I'm not getting to see and stuff, but I'm so tired of cats and dogs and people fighting like cats and dogs and anti-masking from fucking, and the whole furor over the Dr. Seuss thing. Come on. Fuck. The people that own the rights to it, who have already made all the money off of it, recognize that six books in particular were quite insensitive, racially speaking, and probably in other ways as well. Anyway, so they decided to stop doing it. Big deal. That's their call. Same with Potato Head, right? Potato Head. I've seen some funny memes about Potato Head one, like, I mean, just the whole fact that anybody cares about the gender of a fucking potato. Anyway, this movie was never going to be long. This video, I'm just a little 2-minute or so test to see how going straight live to YouTube is, and then next time I'll try to know I'm going to get it drunk in advance and I'll schedule it somehow. But then it's a matter of getting people to know. I mean, I have 0 subscribers, I think, to this station. I think this is the first time I've ever put anything on this particular YouTube channel, or maybe this is the one with all the Mark and I stuff. Yeah, it's so yeah. So there's could be interesting, because then Mark and I maybe can do some live YouTube stuff where I get drunk with Mark, and maybe we can do some Marky-okie stuff where I get drunk and sing songs that Mark wants to sing and stuff like that. And yeah, Facebook is just, man. And the longer we spend, like, people will just say anything to each other from behind keyboards anyway, right? And so this last year where we don't have to worry about running into so and so, right? Like, you don't have to worry about running into me, and so you're going to say something to me on Facebook that's untrue, but you're not going to ever have to face any consequences for that, because you're never going to have to run into me. And I'm using like the hypothetical me. The point is that people are just becoming bigger and bigger dickheads, and showing less and less respect to people all across that fucking platform. And probably across the entirety of the internet. The beauty of Twitter and Instagram, for me anyway, is I don't know how to use it. I don't get it. And so I don't see anything much. I catch up on some sports. I found out that Walter Gretzky died from Twitter, right? But I haven't learned anything, or I don't even know I wouldn't even know where to begin to have an argument with somebody on Twitter. I'm so inept at Twitter. And that's, I mean, it's self-designed there. I fucking balked at that. I mean, I signed up for Twitter a decade or more ago. But I just can't, I don't understand it. And Instagram, well, what the fuck? I had 100 followers, posted anything. Why? What's it for? I don't understand what it's for. I believe that I can find a way to make it work for me, as long as I can find an app that doesn't, or just know that I'm not following you if all you're doing is putting up pictures of cats and dogs and shit. I mean, I love cats and dogs. Don't get me wrong. But I can't look at pictures of cats and dogs. I got other things to do, like fucking like bring your cat or your dog around. Let me pet your cat or your dog. Yeah, you can keep your cat to yourself, but for that matter, don't bring your dog around. COVID probably still an issue with regards to pets. I don't know how that works. What I'm trying to make is, um, the pet pics and the petty bickering and then people who think they know what's going on in a given situation, and they haven't, and and then they just start going off half cocked, and the minute somebody says, well, wait a second, what about whatever, tries to interject something, it just seems with all too much regularity, people are going straight to the insults and stuff, and I just don't have the I just don't have the fortitude for that. I can't watch people fight uh, without getting in the middle of it and saying, hey, fucking, like, calm down. But you can't even do that on the internet. The minute you try to fucking, it's like fuck. The minute you try to get in and try to calm people down, next thing you know, they're fucking all on you, and you're just wasting time on people that don't even get why you were there in the first place, and it's just bullshit. And I'd rather watch complete strangers take the piss out of each other than watch my friends fucking just lose their shit over stuff that has nothing to do with them. Half the fucking fights I've seen on the internet in the last decade have had nothing to do with any of the people involved in the fights. It's nuts. Anyway, this is a test. I'm not really all that drunk. I've only had the better part of a bottle of wine. I'll have a couple beers after this wine's gone. Maybe smoke a little bit more of this hash. Store-bought hash. First store-bought hash. It's some sort of red, like Lebanese or something. I don't know. Obviously, it's Canadian. I'm sure it's Canadian, but it reminds me of this. The Lebanese stuff we had was mostly blonde, but yeah, it's a red hash. I don't know if you can see the redness. It looks more blonde here, I guess. But totally not the same as the other stuff that I have, which was free. They both smoke very well. They're both actually pretty nice hash. I can't smoke as much hash as I used to, just because, lungs and throat and stuff. But damn, I love the smell and the taste of hash, don't you? Anyway, but this isn't drunk hashed, at least not yet. But now I'll end stream. I'll go online. I'll see if I can find it, and then I'll use Twitter or Facebook even initially, because I haven't left Facebook yet. And I might not, but I just now it's like you show a picture of a cat. If you're not somebody I've talked to in some way or another in the last month, then I'm snoozing you for 30 days. That's what I've been doing all week. It's like a fucking picture of a cat. When's the last time I talked to that person? Been over 30 days ago. Snooze for 30 days. And I have snoozed a bunch of people that are super nice people that I would love to see face to face. But I have snoozed dozens of people this week, just because. And part of why I did it was I wanted to see other people come up on my feed, right? Like, and that actually happened. Some of those people posted pictures of cats. So, and don't get me wrong, and fucking send me all the hate mail you want about cats. People that know me actually know me. They know I would never hurt a cat by any stretch of the imagination. But she's just fun to take the piss out of, and mostly because they couldn't give a flying fuck about either one of us. They pretend they like you until they don't need you anymore. But guaranteed, if you die with a bunch of cats and nobody finds your body, the cats will eat you if they get hungry. The dog will too, probably, but maybe not. Yeah. Anyway, I have digressed a half dozen times, so obviously the drunk part of it is going in the right direction. But I really do need to stop this and see what happens on my channel, and then figure out how to get people to subscribe to my channel, right? And then I'll work out how to schedule. We all know, before I go any further, everyone knows that Monday night, usually around 10 or 11, because Monday's my drinking night. That's my drinking night. That's drunk-ass night. So we'll definitely be here Monday night. I've got a few days to go to work out the technical difficulties. I'm a recovering Luddite from way back. So we'll see what happens. I got to work out a few things about the recording and the lighting and all of that. But I'm not too worried about that because what do I care? I'll be drunk. But seriously, okay, 12 minutes, end stream.